So this is what I have. I'm gonna read. So one of the options is, do men really know what women want? We could talk about that. What y'all think? That's a good one. Do men really know what women want? Y'all confused?
Especially not now at this age.
We just spoke about that as being men and women have a disconnect right now.
Yeah.
A very big one.
Why do you think so though? Like why? Like what is the disconnect? What do you think is
Because
the problem?
time has changed. 20, 25, 30 years ago, man was on top. 25 years ago now, women
we
is
got
on
our
top.
own shit. We're making our
That's
own
right.
money. We not.
Y'all educated yourselves. Y'all got tired of the abuse. I don't even hear
Do men
about
like that? Do men? Because I feel
Yeah.
like and I feel,
100%.
hey girlfriend, where your mic? My girlfriend, mine is in the studio, and I'm trying to get her up here on the panel. She keeps telling me no. She says she's shy, y'all. She says she's shy, but she not shy. We got another mic. Tori, can we have a mic so that she can at least have it on? You don't have to get up here. You could just like have your mic
You
on.
gonna edit that?
Yeah, we could get a mic. No? You don't want to get on? You don't want to
So,
talk?
yeah, that's the 100%
So
reason.
I have a question.
Okay.
Now that we're on that, how do you feel a woman says, I don't need a man. I can do it by myself. I don't need a man.
I think she a liar.
I think she a liar
This
too.
Yeah.
This
There's
is
no
not-
way right now in this society you could do it one as a single person. It's being done. All of us on here are saying we're doing it, but I bet you
And a
if we
team is
had
always better than
somebody,
just
we'll be
alone,
doing
right?
Better for 100%.
But that
right?
still
Yeah.
doesn't mean that she need them. And I think, and I might be getting a little bit corny here, but no, I don't believe in that phrase. I don't need a man. Like I think everybody needs somebody, right? But I think that it should be, I need you because I love you, not I love you because I need you, right? And I think a lot of times it kind of like, when you're in a relationship, it kind of like get a little bit confused. Like you get in these relationships, you kind of stay, and you get somebody that's independent, and they like, okay, I don't need a man. Yeah, we know we don't need a man, right? Because financially, you can do it yourself. You know what I mean?
100%.
And you, or even if your finances aren't like that, you've been doing it yourself. Whether that's struggle, whatever, you know, you've been making it happen. But that doesn't mean that you don't need that person in your life. Like I can say, hey, I love you, so because I love you, I need you, right? But I can also say, I don't need you because, wait, I'm losing my train of thought, right? Because
I don't believe that you can.
You get what I'm
actually
saying, though.
separate. I don't think love has nothing to do with the need or want.
that's what I'm saying. So that's
Right.
what I'm saying. So like you can say, I love you because I need you, meaning that the only reason why I'm here, the only reason why I'm saying I love you is because I need you for something, whatever that is, whether that's you're paying my bills, you feeding my kids, you're whatever, because of what you're doing for
I
me,
don't
right?
think that exists right now.
I
don't
think it does.
that because y'all ahead.
I think
I
not
don't
in our
think y'all
generation.
need to love the man to be the provider or anything like that. I think
Okay.
the man is needed because the other things now are attacking the woman.
Yeah.
Protection, stability.
But that's only our generation that understand that, though. You know what I mean? Like
but we
I feel
here
like
talking to the generation that don't understand it.
Yeah.
She has a child. You have a child. We all have grown children. Our grown children actually dealing with men that aren't none of the characteristics that we are
Yeah.
attributed and understand.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's different. That's one of the things that's the problem right now, period, with the disconnect between man and
Yeah.
woman. Because when man left for whatever reason, it could have been the army, it could have been whatever, the woman actually gave the child, it could be a female or a male, they gave the child more emotional balance to sustain more so than the mental balance to sustain. Like, you know, our moms were good males and females.
yeah.
After our
That's all we
generation, there is no more of that.
Yeah.
Y'all can do it, but you can't make your son. You can't make your son be a man
That's right.
because you don't have the ability to do so.
How?
So you
Because
can put
I don't
plenty
have the
dudes
tools
around him
to do
try
that,
to
you know?
see it, but
Yeah.
he's not going to
The only thing that I can say as far as having a son is that I taught him how a woman should be treated, how a woman wants to be treated.
or how you think a
But
woman
what
wants to
about
be
teaching
treated.
But
how a woman's
as far
supposed
as
to
him-
treat him?
Right.
Well,
and I think
I-
that's where the disconnect is with us, because, and we were just kind of talking about how the mother and son bond is like, especially with these men that are single, that are the only child and they're raised by these women, you know, because I can teach my son, oh, you know, this is how you're supposed to treat a woman. This is what you're supposed to do. But one, I'm teaching him based on what I want,
Right.
what I need, what I require. That doesn't mean that the future woman that he meet is going to want and need that. You know what I mean?
100%.
So we don't know how to separate ourselves from being women and
being
raising our
kids.
sons to be a man. How?
Yeah.
I don't know. So,
Yeah, we don't.
and I feel like a lot of men suffer because so many women has tried to teach their sons how to be men, and
Sure.
you just can't.
True.
You just can't. So it flows over in their relationships, and they have all of these. They come with childhood trauma. You know, they come with like not knowing how to connect with a woman on a romantic or a relationship side of things. But they're looking for a mother because that's all they know. Because that's
100%.
how their mother taught them.
100%.
How you need to cook and to take care of yourself. How you need to wash your clothes. Those are basic things, you know.
Some women have pulled because they like to act like a mother and a father.
And yeah.
Yeah.
But the
That's
magic
still
word
true.
in that is act. You can act
Yeah, you
like
can
one,
act
but
like-
you can't
Yep.
be the father.
Yep.
Because the father, and you know, another thing that I think was messed up back in the day is that the father was always the person that you use for the disciplinary.
This
And that's the part that me and my son have a horrible relationship. My 19-year-old, he's in college. He don't know that he's just like me.
Yeah.
And like I was telling him, he want to be tough. And I was explaining to him a story of where we come from, where you know more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
I faked to be tough because I was afraid to tell somebody that I had a scholarship to Roman Catholic for math.
Yeah.
But I was like, fuck it. I went there for football, knowing damn well I don't have a body for football. But I'm there because, you know what I'm saying? I ain't want nobody to know I was a nerd back then because you would get picked on. My mom gave me Playboy shoes to wear to school. So on the way back, you might get beat up. You understand what I'm saying? So when I explained that to my son, like, stay a nerd. Don't worry about it. Because when you get older, those dudes that was tough, they're going to end up doing 10 years in jail. And when they come out, they still ain't going to have nothing. All the things that you want ain't going to exist. So, you know, it's different now.
Yeah, I think it's just hard. And I think we women, I know we mean well. You know what I mean? We call ourselves just trying to raise our sons to be men.
True.
But we're getting Google information, not real life living it. I know because I'm a man, and so yeah, I don't know. It's hard.
I can say, being married, 3 children by the same man, divorced now. He has been a very active. We don't get along, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But he has been very, and this is him his props. He has been very, very, and still to this day, active in his kids' life.
Right.
Like, even though our children are grown, I know exactly where they are right now. We all share each other location. We
Same.
communicate. We talk. My daughter right now is in Dominican Republic, the youngest one, 23 years old. It's her first trip. I gave her the same rules I drilled to her in college. No man left behind. Don't let nobody pour your drinks. Don't leave your drinks. Don't leave with nobody. Don't leave nobody. Just
see, those are the
stay
things
together.
that
Don't
we
leave the resort.
Those are the things as women we can teach our daughters. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
for sure.
we're teaching them the right way. But what do you say to your son in that same situation?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you can tell them the same thing, of course. No
Yeah,
man
but the
left behind
experience is
or
different.
whatever. But the
Dominican
experience,
Republic
exactly.
is different for a man.
It's different for a man.
So
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
and I was just thinking. I think the beauty.
I think the
of-
whole conversation is different too, because it's like, hey, wear a condom. Maybe
You know,
Just-
I've never had that conversation.
it's just
Ever.
it's different with a boy, like you
Ever.
said.
Like, I've never, my mom, my grandma, no woman in my life have ever told me to wear a condom. I've never had a
said
disease,
protect
thank
yourself.
God.
They never say protect yourself.
No, they ain't never teach me birds and the bee. I've never even heard the story of the birds and the bees.
I'm,
Have you?
to be honest with you, no.
We
That's
did,
right.
And we were
even
neighbors.
had-
So
What the fuck do a bird and a bee got to
to
do
do
with
with
it?
anything.
I'm trying to tell
Y'all
you
silly.
something. I've
No,
never
really.
heard
If you know the story, please tell us, Tyra,
Please, I
because
wanna-
I think the story of the birds and the bees is you have the bird, you have the bee, the bird stick the bee, and then the bird.
How the bird
how the birds stick to be.
See, we don't know.
Yeah.
But no, before we move on to the next one,
Maybe
I think
that'd be
I
a
wanna,
question for the audience.
Yeah, but one thing I wanted to like kind of touch on when we was just talking about women trying to raise boys
Mhm.
to be men. I think a lot of times in two-parent households, the beauty of that is, or not, it don't have to be a two-parent household, having active parents, an active father, active.
For sure.
Yes.
I think the beauty in that is we are allowed to play our roles, right? The father disciplining, the father treating their sons, like a boy, how to be a man or whatever. And then we're supposed to coddle. That's our job. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. Your dad said that, whatever. That's what mothers are supposed to do. But a lot of times we get backlash when we do that. That's not our job. Our job is not to discipline and to scold and teach my son how to be a man. My job is to love on him, give him a hug, say, oh, your knee hurt, and then let his dad toughen him up. So I think the disconnect is in like us really being put in, and it's not always our fault, but because we're not always in a position where we get to play our role, because we have to play both roles. We have to be mom, we have to be dad, but I don't know. I just think that's a beautiful thing when you're able to raise your sons, especially like that, to be able to have their father to be like, man up, give them a punch in the chest here and there, and then have the mom be like, oh, baby, come here, give me a hug,
Here's a question for the young ladies.
Okay.
Are y'all teaching y'all daughters the type of man that they should look for versus what type of man they have? Like, did you wait till your daughter brought home a boy before you said, you know what? I think that this type of man is something that will get you further in life or whatever? Or did you just say, you know what? I like him or I dislike him?
Well, for me, and I can speak on that personally, because especially my baby, she does the fucking opposite of whatever the hell I say. But my kids were raised in a two-parent household. They still have a very active father, So like first, it was very important for me to have that for my kids, right? So the first step to telling them what type of man to choose was hoping that I'm choosing the right man, and hoping that they see their father, they see how I'm being treated. Like my daughter never seen my ex-husband let me be without. You know what I mean? He took really good care of me. But my baby, she want to be the breadwinner. You know what I mean? She does the absolute. And we had that fight. We had that battle. Like, look, like, you got scholarships. You could be doing this. You could be doing that. We had those talks. Like, you can do so much better than this. Wait until someone can love you properly. But you know what? I had to learn to respect her journey. Mm-hmm. And I had to learn to like kind of be like, okay, Tyra, where were you at mentally? Probably not as slow as she was then, but we grew up in a different time, right? Mm-hmm. But I had to remember that at 23, 24, I didn't know it all. I look back on some of the shit I did and some of the shit I said and be like, oh my God, like you were stupid. So I'm giving her that grace and I'm allowing her to grow up. And with doing that comes with support. I support her so that she don't have to, I let her fall a little bit, but she knows that I'm there, because what I want her to know at the end of the day is that, yeah, you made bad choices. That man ain't it. You did this, you did that, but it's not too late because you have me. You can pick it all up and you can put it all together, but don't keep making the same mistakes over and over again, where it makes it harder for you to get out of. Or don't make the same mistakes I already made for you. For sure. I made enough mistakes for you, and I'm telling you this from experience. Like, I'm not making this shit up. Like, I'm letting you know, like, if you do this, this is what she don't listen. She don't listen. She don't get it. But my oldest daughter, she kind of like, she ran into a bad relationship, and she kind of like, you know what? That's it. You don't got to tell me. You don't got to tell me again. Like, she don't want to date. She's not dating. She's just all about her business right now. So I don't know. I think we can talk to our kids until we're blue in the face. We can set the example, but our kids are kids, and they're going to do whatever the hell they want to do.
I think
We
most
did
of
it.
it is not talking. That's why most of it is more so what they see. I think just like back in the day when they used to be like, you know, our parents used to say we got a hard head. Now we understand what they meant because our children got a hard head.
Yeah.
If they knew that if they listened to us, they would be able to get further, but they won't. They won't listen to us because they want to fall first.
They want to,
They
yeah.
want to make sure that they make their
Yeah.
mistakes first.
It's
And
like
you gotta
their fall is a good thing for them.
Right.
Yeah.
And
you have to let
it's the opposite from us because when we grew up, we didn't never want to fall. We were already falling.
Yeah.
We just wanted to get up.
Sometimes I can just hold my breath.
Yeah.
But we still made choices back in the day that was 100%
We
opposite
did.
of what our parents
We
did.
All the
did.
time.
We did.
So
All the time.
it just was.
And but
But we figured it out.
yeah, we figured it out.
And that's what, you know, the crazy thing I tell my kids all the time, we were growner. I was just telling somebody the other day, like the pictures in the after midnight, that club. Remember, we was 14 years old in that club. And why was we able to be in that club at that age? Because we wasn't the type of children that it is now. You couldn't really separate us without looking at us or knowing us.
Yeah.
We mind our business. We never was around our parents when they was talking to another adult. That was one rule. Now you can be with somebody and now their children is in the room while you even smoking a cigarette,
Smoking weed.
Yo, I hate that.
I hate
I'm
it
not
too.
even gonna lie. I don't do
Yeah.
nothing adult around children at all.
Yeah,
At all.
absolutely.
But we have that conversation. I'll be like, I don't party with my kids.
Yeah.
I'll be like, who's going? Oh, my kid older than yours? No, I don't party
Now my
with kids.
son 32. We can go to the bar.
But that's a
together.
father-son thing. You might go
okay.
and have a
Yeah,
drink.
because I was gonna
I'll
say,
do it. I'll
you
do
know,
it,
me
but-
and my daughter is
Yeah, y'all.
Yeah, I don't part. My oldest
I
daughter
hang
is
out.
29, and my baby is 24. And how I see it is, if we're at home, we go to a restaurant, they have a drink, that's fine. But if it's a family event and it's a party or whatever, that's fine. It's family. But if it's kind of like, oh, there's a party, let's go. I just don't do it.
No.
I just don't do it.
no.
And everybody is different.
Yeah.
You know what
Right.
I mean? Everybody is different.
Yeah.
And I don't judge somebody that does have that type of relationship with their kids, but I feel like we never stop parenting our kids.
Absolutely.
Ever. We might have to do it differently. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
I am the example. And
Yeah.
how can I be the example if I'm doing the same shit that you're
Same
doing?
shit.
I might do it with you. I might do it with you. I might do it with you.
Right.
But I'm not doing it with my kids.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, I'm mom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And that's my responsibility. So
I agree with that as one of the main mistakes parenting
Mhm.
is when you change from being a parent and decide to be a friend.
that's right.
It do not work out.
It doesn't.
do not work out.
It doesn't.
You must be a parent at all times. Me and my mom right now, I love my mom to death. You know my mom.
I
Both of y'all
do.
know my mom. But at the end of the day,
I haven't seen her
I
in a
don't
long
let my
time.
mom actually see my kids that much. Like, because sad to say, she don't have nothing to offer my kids. Like, you can't even call my oldest and give her advice about anything. So it'd be like, my mom be mad because she'd be like, you know, when their birthdays come, let me call them for me and tell, no, you
Yeah.
call them. It ain't never too late to at least say, damn,
No.
I am your grandma.
It's never
push
too late
mom,
for
because,
anything.
You
That's
know,
right.
at the end of the day, you gotta go and
Yep.
just check it. They girls. I can't
That's
freaking
right.
teach them how to be girls.
Mm-hmm.
But
You
you know
can
what?
only-
You did a very good job with your girls. Like, and I you know, I know that on a personal level, how involved and how, like, with having very minimum information, very like little experience or no experience at all because you're not a woman, and knowing that you have girls, but you've always been active, involved in.
I think that's what's necessary. I think
Yeah.
consistency beats out
Yeah.
anything else.
Yeah.
When I
Yeah.
came home, my son was in the game so crazy. My daughters was doing crazy shit, but as long as I stayed, my kids have never seen me, and you could bear witness. My kids have never seen me not wake up and go
That's
to
right.
work ever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't sell drugs. I don't do anything illegal at all. So I want them to, anything somebody can tell them prior to, they couldn't never reciprocate it and say, oh yeah, well, you know, my dad did do this back in it. No, you can't even, they wouldn't
Yeah,
believe
because
you.
they wouldn't believe
You know what I
it.
mean? Because I
Mhm.
don't do anything. I own my business. I run my business. I do
Yeah.
everything on the up and up. I don't bullshit around my children. That's why I said most of the time, consistency. It took me, I want to say 13 years to get my son to say, damn, you right, Dad.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that shit no more.
He
You know
had
what I
to
mean?
he had to take his own journey and
Yeah.
find out for
Yeah.
himself.
For
And
sure.
they
It-
do.
it's
They
definitely-
listening.
it-
They're listening.
they
You
are.
know, they might want to rebel a little bit, but
The
they hear
alternative
you.
got to be as sweet as what they doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can't just tell
Yeah.
them, look, man, I know you're making $1,500 a day over here, but I got $3.
But I
a
remember
day
you
over
said that I think last week or week before last, I don't know. You said that you show your son your bank account, and
Yeah.
that made a difference.
here. It
You
made
know?
a difference because we battled. January 1st, we came. I opened up my company, Heaven King Weight Management, and I told him, I said, I'm gonna be you for a year to just show. I'm gonna show you that.
Yeah.
I promise you that drug shit is bullshit. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh,
And
yeah.
he was like, yeah, whatever. Next thing you know, 6-7 months come through. I'm at 125. You ain't got no money. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, well now you get it. What
It's
I'm
that
telling you.
fast
You struggling.
money. Look
So
at
he
it.
Yeah.
Look like I don't
changed
have to
it. He
work
was like,
for
look,
it.
I'm
You
done.
know?
I'm gonna go ahead and start doing
Yeah.
things. Like it worked.
Yeah. Wait. So. You know what? Let's. We're going to hit a little bit on. I'm gonna spare you.
Why you look at me?
I'm
She's trying to get me. I swear to God.
I'm gonna save it for when y'all not here, so we can.
I get it bad, man.
All right. Are dating apps helping or hurting relationships?
You already know I'm an advocate.
Wait,
I love
is what?
dating.
Are dating apps helping or hurting relationships?
I'm not on any dating apps.
Never
You're not?
been a girl?
I ain't gonna say I've never been on there because I'm pretty sure somebody gonna be like, oh yeah, I saw Rose pick up
My
on here.
profile probably
You
said-
know,
oh no, I got
trying
kicked off the
to-
dating app.
But no, like me interacting on them, absolutely not. I like interaction. I like face to face. I like someone to
Well, you
meet
get
and
that.
greet.
You're gonna get that.
You get that. You get that.
It's just you get to wean out the fools.
Yeah,
That's what I like about
Yeah.
it. I advocate for it. I just think that
me too.
the new way of getting to know somebody is better through text because you want to know if he can read, you want to know if he can write, you want to know
'Cause that's
all
a
these
huge
things
turn off.
before
Yeah,
you
but
read.
you'll find that out if we didn't have that. Like back in the day, we'll find out that with interaction with each other. Like let's
But where
meet
do you
somewhere
get that, though?
and
If you're
I
a
feel-
worker
For
and you got things going on, that's hard. It's hard to go
Yeah,
out. Like
and-
I
and
don't
meet
want to meet
someone.
nobody in no bar. I'm gonna keep it
and
real.
that's
like,
the thing. Like I feel like that's what dating. The part that I like about dating apps is that it gets you outside of your circle or
For
the
sure.
normal people that you would typically meet.
mhm.
Just being out and about, hanging out, at a bar or whatever. You know, you get like a little bit of everything right
And
there
they
in
can
front
be
of
from
you.
somewhere else, New York,
Yeah,
Jersey. I done went
exactly.
to North Carolina. I done went to
Exactly.
Atlanta. I done went to so many different places meeting. So
And you can kiss them all.
she gonna go
He
back
go-
to kissing.
He said,
they ain't gonna kiss and tell.
Did y'all see the last episode? He said he was like, that's what he do. He
I
kissed.
said kissing is a form of a listen.
Kissing is a form of what?
The funny thing is, a person just told me not even an hour ago that they kissed a person. So obviously kissing was the form back in the day. The first thing you was able to get was a kiss.
No, you can rub the little butt. You got a little grind up on the wall.
Oh, a
Little
kiss.
jam,
You
and
got
then
a
a kiss,
kiss.
but a closed mouth.
You
kiss,
got a
like
peck.
You ain't never
Yeah.
get no closed mouth kiss. French kisses started in our era.
That is
No.
true. I think
We ain't
so.
get no
No, I
closed-
can't agree with that.
Huh?
I can't agree with that
You
because
did the peck, right? You did the.
I want to say somebody's name so bad.
When?
Yeah, you can chime in.
when-
Come on, get a
yeah.
seat. You want to see? You want to see?
So I just want to chime in. I'm a guest on
Hey,
Talk About It with
Mai.
Tyra. Hi, Tyra. So y'all was talking about kissing as a form of, what did you say?
I said kissing. For me, kissing is a form of period. Like
But you said French kissing or peck kissing because
He talking French kissing.
We talk
Oh,
about
French
in our
kissing.
generation of kissing.
so our generation of kissing wasn't, in my opinion only, wasn't a form of French kissing. It was for me, just for me, it was a form of pecking because you know why? I was pecking because of the simple fact that I wanted to know if once, did you have good breath?
I'm good.
The technique of kissing, and with all of that, did you surround me with, did you hug me while you're kissing? So all of that played the major factor with me. The French kissing wasn't really ideal for me. It was the pecking, me looking in your eyes, me making sure you got good breath.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wasn't really a
get it.
really a
I
fan
get it.
of
I'm
French
not a
kissing.
I'm not a kisser.
Mm.
I'm not a kisser, and I know I might be contradicting myself because I am a giver, but I'm not a kisser. I feel like that is a little bit different. You know what I mean? Because you kind of like I feel like if you get to the point where you're having sex, and like oral at our age, I feel like oral is a given. You know what I'm saying? Because by the
So
time
you'll
you're having,
get oral but won't kiss.
that's not what I said.
Oh,
Don't try to change
I'm
my
just
words in
curious.
front of these people.
I'm just
What
curious.
I'm saying is that by the time I get to that point,
you
I
are
have-
kissing.
we're kissing.
Okay.
But I'm not kissing as an introduction. I'm not kissing before it gets to that point. You get what I'm saying? Like by that time, we're already affectionate. We're already to that. We're having sex. We're having oral and all that. But I can't see just oh, let's go out kissing together.
But we're talking about as teenagers. Kissing,
As
French kissing.
teenagers, you
Yeah,
might not
French
care.
kissing is lustful. Like
Yeah,
we didn't know
it's
what
a-
we
yeah,
didn't know what lust was.
Wait,
It was
what was it?
lustful.
It was lust.
We
we
were
didn't know what lust
lusting,
was.
though.
We
Yeah.
were
We
lusting.
didn't know. We didn't
We
know. So who would
lusted.
French
We like
kiss?
the way it made us feel.
And French kissing is how you got blue balls.
Oh my god.
Literally, like we literally.
So you're talking about blue bars, French kissing, dollar parties, grinding
For
on the
sure.
wall,
Yeah.
red light
sure.
Yes.
specials.
For sure.
Yes.
Catch
Okay.
a girl, get a girl, and you run it slow so
Yeah.
you get
All
caught.
right.
Y'all
I get it. I
That's
get
exactly
it.
how
I
y'all got
definitely
blue
get
balls.
it.
I don't remember no peck when I caught you. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense.
Or then it was,
Y'all
if I'm a
are
French kiss, you can't no one
wild.
see. Nobody can see. We was everything was a
cool.
secret.
That's
Like
cool.
we had to hide it, and we couldn't.
Oral was a secret
But-
back in the day. You couldn't tell nobody that that's what you was doing or getting. Yes.
I don't know anything about
Yeah,
that.
oral.
Like head,
When you were young and immature, you was
Nobody.
like, "No, I don't suck dick.
Yeah,
no, I
that's
don't
right.
eat pussy." That was the thing to say. You couldn't tell nobody. You can't go at 50 years old and say, "I don't suck dick.
Yeah,
I don't
there's
eat
only
pussy."
two
They
types of
gonna look at-
panties back then. There wasn't even 5 types of panties. You understand what I'm saying? You only have 2 types, grandmom or boy shorts, if that.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like, you're grown now and nothing is, as long as you and your partner agree and that's what you're into, nothing should be off limits, is what I feel. You know what I mean? Like, you can kind of just say, hey, I don't do this, hey, I don't do that. Or,
Yeah,
hey.
but what type of partner are we talking about? Like, are we talking about a boyfriend,
Yeah,
girlfriend,
we're talking about,
or are we talking about a fuck buddy, or are we talking about
any of those are okay.
okay?
Because
All right.
you're grown. If you're grown and you're single, you're
I
allowed to
don't
have
think
any type of.
nobody immediately says this is person I want to be a fuck buddy. I
Yeah,
think
I
you
think it
end up
just falls-
forcing
I think it
that
just
person to
wound
be
up,
that.
yeah,
It
it
like,
ends
just
up-
wound up
it just
happening.
ends
I like
being
the
that.
sex versus the conversation. Shut up, just come over here type things. I don't know, but
Yeah,
That is true.
I think it's a
That's
different.
true.
I don't know.
Some people, I don't know. What?
I don't know what the question was.
I don't even
we
know
lost the
What
question.
did you say? Oh,
The juice on this side.
no.
You got it.
I did.
What you say?
Look, I did.
Oh yeah, she was like, dude, would you say you were saying something about a fuck buddy? I think all of us at some point like fuck buddies at some point in our lives, as old as we are.
We've
Fuck buddy, somebody
had,
that
but
we're
do
just
we
like-
like
I'm a
it? Do
Cancer.
we
I ain't
want
gonna lie, I
it?
don't like fuck buddies.
I don't like it.
Cancers are very passionate.
Yeah, that's why I kiss. I don't want to.
Yeah. So have we had fuck buddies? Absolutely.
They didn't begin
and
to be fuck buddies. They just ended up that way. You
Yeah.
was in a relationship with them.
do we
Later
want
on,
to
y'all
stay that
decided
title?
that- yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So, let me ask a question. When do you know that this man is the man that you want to be with?
That's crazy because that was one of my questions.
Yeah, I want to know that. I want to know, like, does it matter what do it matter? Physical, mental, emotional? Like, what
I
makes
think
you
we
say,
can
I
all
want
take our
this man?
turns answering that because I think it's different for all of us.
I think so too.
And I think for
I think
me,
it's different.
So I think for me, the first thing, so there's levels, right? So from the very first greeting, I know if I want to sleep with you, if I will sleep with you, right?
Right.
From the very
How though?
first hello. From the
Okay.
very first hello, we
Yeah.
know if we're going
We
to.
know because we feel
Right.
that physical attraction.
Exactly.
Okay.
When you walk in the room, when you walk
So we
past
can all
me, we
agree on
smell
that,
you.
right?
So, yeah,
we can
yes.
So then I think, like, to know that he's the one, I think that that happens after a few dates. Like for me, my thing is I'm independent and I like to be a leader and I like to do things my way or whatever. So if I'm with a man that I know I can just sit back and relax and because he done planned the date, I don't have to think too much about where we're going, what we're doing. I don't have to worry about where he's taking me. I watch how he moves. I watch how he handles himself. I watch how, like, if I'm frazzled, if we're going out, I'm running late, we're running late or whatever, and he got it all together. And it's kind of like cool, calm, and collective. For me, that means everything. That's how I know, hey, this is what I need in my life. Because that's what I need in my life. I need somebody to, you know, bring it all in for me. You know what I mean? Like, kind of like, tell me, shut the fuck up, Dale. I got this.
All right, I want the next person. Who's going next? I want to hear.
You told me to shut the fuck up.
No, I want to hear the next person.
He just told me to shut the fuck up in a nice way.
I want to hear.
I think it's kind of similar to Tyra's. I think it's definitely the way you carry yourself, the way you handle things, the way you make me feel without even knowing what's wrong. Like,
so being intuitive.
Yeah, just being, it's the word I'm looking for, being kind of like in tune with me and not knowing, you know. And a big part of it is the minute I can be myself, I know that's a major one for me, because it's not that I have different personalities or different challenges. I like to do different things. So if I like to go out with my girls and have a good time and have a girls' night, and I call you, hey babe, I'm not driving home, I don't want to Uber, I need my partner to be like, yo, you know what, you're good, don't worry about it, I got you. Or I'll come get you, or stay the night. I need my partner to know exactly who I am, let me be who I am, and still handle business.
That's very attractive. I think that's
that's a big thing. I need my
that.
partner to be like, yo, babe, get dressed. Let's go. We going out, get some fucking shots and come home and we going to fuck the whole house up tonight. That's what I need.
That's long. I'm listening. Yeah.
That's crazy.
What was the question?
Yeah.
She said,
that's what I'm looking for.
The question was, when do you know that this is the man that you want to be with?
Okay. So for me, I'm in the audience. For me, I like, I'm a little bit more of a alpha female. So sometimes men get drawn away from our personality, but I'm a front and center. I like to tell them what I like, what I want. I'm very assertive and I look for that in return. I am a type of person that I like to communicate, and if it don't work, it doesn't work. But I'm like, I got to piggyback on what Rose said. So if I'm telling my man I'm here with Rose and Tyra, I know I'm going to have a couple of drinks. This is where I am. I may not be able to drive home. Do you got me? I want my man to say, hey, leave your car. I got you. And X, Y, and Z. I don't want.
He ain't your man yet, though.
But he's a friend. But he might be in that zone.
It's a potential.
It's a potential. But it could be a
You're
potential.
Okay.
It could be a potential.
Okay.
But also where I fail as an individual, because I'm so of an alpha female, that's sometimes where I fail, because sometimes I want to take charge. If he tells me I'm going to come get you at 8:30 and it's 8:20 and I ain't hear nothing, I am going to plan B, because I need to get where I need to get. B2. So,
So I'm gonna say this from the man side, and I hope men chime in. This is why there's a disconnect. 100%. None of y'all gave me an answer that says that a characteristic of a man is the immediate. You gave me what y'all want and what y'all going to receive. No, what I was asking is literally, how do you know? We online dating. I'm texting. I'm with your call. You ain't met me yet. You don't know nothing about me yet. When you meet me, we on a date. This date can be, the first thing can be, of course, I'm assuming, opening up the door for you, pulling the chair out, all of those things. But him being your man is a different characteristic, because I could fake all the things that y'all want. I can call you. I could be with a bitch. And you call me at 8:20 saying that you need me at 8:30. All right, bye. I'm going to get you because you are my potential that I'm looking for. So I could fake all of those things. And this is why the disconnect. Y'all are already prone to understanding the fake already.
But you asked what we look for, though.
That's what I'm
And
talking
then,
about.
but that's what.
So you're
both
asking,
sides.
what are we looking
Because
for
just
a
like with
characteristic
women, we do
in
the
a
same
man?
thing. We
So
send
that's
our
what I'm saying.
representative,
If that's what y'all looking
too.
for, literally, you could be faked out 1,000 times.
I don't think you could be faked out by a man that takes the lead.
Huh?
I don't think you could be faked out by a man that takes the lead. I
depends
think
on
it's
the age bracket of the man.
Yeah, but
Maybe, but-
no, because men live double lives just like women do. So no,
100%.
I don't know. I feel like
Yeah.
I feel like with men, I feel like with men, you're either a leader or you're not. You can't fake that.
Yes,
You
yes,
can't
you can.
Yes, you
No,
can.
because a man that's not
But
a
some of the
leader
things that
is
you
not
want me
going
to
to.
lead on may not be as things
Same,
that what's it
exactly.
called? Leading is a total camouflage.
But we're not communicating. Hey, I need you to be a leader.
no. I understand.
We're looking for that.
I understand that. But some of the things that I know, if I know you're an independent woman, I don't gotta give you money because money ain't your thing.
Yeah.
You got your own money. So I ain't gotta fake that I'm broke.
Yeah. So
No,
what he
y'all
gonna
got
do
no
is
money.
he gonna figure out, hey, let me find out what's the chick love language and figure out
That's
how
right.
I can communicate with her.
That's
If it's
right.
touch, I'm gonna make sure I show up and I'm
That's
gonna
right.
hug and love her and fuck her and kiss her and I'm
Outside
gonna
of
show her
Outside
all those
of fucking.
things. If she wants some gifts, I'll send some flowers
For
to the
sure.
job, to the house, to the crib. If it's
Yeah, I don't know.
affirmation, I'm gonna text her while I'm with the chick. Hey,
Yep.
babe,
I
I'm
feel
thinking
like
about
I need
you.
very
I love
specific
you.
things.
I
Yeah.
miss you. So yeah, I do agree with Franklin
I
on that.
understand too, but I just feel like if you have very specific needs and you know exactly what those needs are, that you just kind of know, if that makes sense. Because I have specific needs. Like I don't need to go, like dates are nice, going out is nice, traveling is nice, getting flowers is nice. But for real, I don't even like flowers. I like plants. I don't need flowers. Flowers gonna die in a couple of days. I
Mhm.
like plants. I like growing them. I like watering them and watching them grow. So I don't need that. I don't need hugs and kisses, goodbye and hello. Those things are nice. I'm not saying that they're not
Mhm.
nice. I don't need that. I need very specific things. I need for you to know at the end of my day, I've had a hard day. Hey, this is what you need. I'm going to take care of you. I need to know that when we're out together, I'm safe because my man got me. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to worry. I don't have to look over my shoulder. I don't have to worry about who's there. I don't have to worry about, I can pay my own bills, but you know what? My man is not going to allow me to. He's not going to allow me to, and that doesn't mean that I'm saying, hey, pay my bills or I want you to pay my bills. All it's saying is that because I'm going to pick up the slack whenever
Mhm.
there's slack. But I'm just saying, like, none of that bullshit matters to me. Don't kiss me.
I'ma
Don't
be
hug me. Don't
100%
cuddle.
Candid. Everything you name it is an older gentleman. Your experiences is understood. Through
Well,
what
I've
you
always
given.
dated
That's
older.
Right. That's right. That's why your experiences is understanding that. We speaking to an audience of people that might be younger. Our older people know what they want already. You understand what I'm saying? So an older gentleman is going to act those ways because he already know. The younger generation,
A lot of them don't know.
Huh?
A lot of these old ass men don't
They the
know.
ones that you ain't even supposed to be speaking to.
That is true.
But I'm talking about, we looking at our daughters that are 30, our daughters that are 30,
Mhm.
26, 27. When you say, if they was to listen to this and say, okay, my mom said that she wants a man that's going to do this, this, and that. None of those little boys is going to do none of those
No.
things.
They're not.
So that's my point. If you wanted to explain to a young lady right now, what do you look for and how do you find it off of
But
visual?
I think these
Because
women are
y'all
running more
say-
game than those. That generation is running more game than the men nowadays. You can't take them to Cheesecake Factory. You can't buy them certain things. You can't do this. They don't want to do that. No chain restaurants.
Well, that's-
So they're all about things.
Yeah,
you know
they-
what I mean?
That's right. They're all about things that
Yeah.
they see on TV.
Yeah.
You take them away from
Yeah.
the TV, then there's a difference. But
That's
the younger
right.
version is still on TV too.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
I'm speaking in general of how do we get both of them to collaborate on a future versus them saying we still individuals in our quest. Individually, we all gonna say, I got a list of things I want. Men, y'all ain't even explaining what y'all want in a man in terms of what y'all going to give that man. We know that 99, and any man in here and anywhere else can say the same thing. 99% of a man's happiness is only thing he receives out of a relationship is sex. Name something else you
Goddamn.
get. Name
Hold
something
on.
else you get.
So you mean to tell me
We only good for
we ain't
sex.
good for nothing?
I ain't saying that's all you're good for. What I'm saying
Go ahead.
is, as a prerequisite, as the final thing that the man receives out of 30 years of marriage, he's gonna say, "I got sex." When the sex is over, is how you know the relationship even existed. If it didn't, back in the day, we had that. We spent time with each other to
Let
know
me
that
ask
we
you a
like that
question.
person.
So, being of a certain age and have dated and whatever, know what it's like to be married and be in relationships and all of that. Do you think how important is sex in your relationship? Like if it ever
in your
gets to a point,
50s,
yes,
none.
okay. I
Is
agree.
only in my. I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm definitely not speaking for men, but sex is important enough to say I don't want to go out and get it from nowhere else. So if this is the woman I'm with, that's the
It's
sex.
enough
This
for
is
me.
So what if
importance
you're
to
not
sex.
getting sex in your relationship for
Then
whatever
I'm
reason?
out of here.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna lie. Only and not because
So it's not important to where this is all this relationship is about,
Right.
But it's important to where I should at least be getting sex from my woman on a regular basis.
because if you're gonna if cheating is a deal breaker in every relationship, that's only sex. But truthfully, cheating started from the conversations, the talks that we have.
It's from the
Absolutely.
getting the
Absolutely.
number.
But do
That's
you
right.
know
Mhm.
that like women, and I can only speak for us in our age bracket, and I know it's different when you're younger, but for us women, sex is emotional, right? So if we're not there,
True.
here and here, it's not going to happen.
Understood.
So I feel like whenever sex is not happening on a regular basis or like it should or whatever y'all think it should, you got to check yourself and see what's going on. And it might not just be you, but see what's going on in the relationship. See what's going on with her. Why I'm not getting sex?
True.
Because it's
But we already know what that is. After you've been in a relationship long enough, we stop dating.
okay.
We don't date no more. Even if that date is when you come home, I cook every day. You understand what I'm saying? So when you come home, you got a meal.
Hey,
You got
We
a
just
meal.
we start to
hello.
coexist.
Huh?
We start to coexist.
That's
That's
right.
right.
We have to.
It starts to be cordial.
That's right. I'm excited. It's a surprise.
It doesn't matter.
right.
So now speaking on our age,
Mhm.
it's definitely different
For
It
sure.
is.
versus
We live some life. We've been through
10 years ago.
we understand.
You want to hump like
I'm
rabbits.
still making mistakes in relationships.
Yeah,
You know.
we're still making mistakes now.
And I
Right.
can't even say
ain't
just
Not
our
the same
age.
mistakes. Not the same mistakes.
I ain't
Right.
making
But
none now.
life is about learning and
This is-
growing.
yeah.
And you if you're not making mistakes, you put a cap on your
Yeah.
ability to grow and
No,
learn.
Yeah.
it's not that. I
You
ain't
might
saying
not
that.
be making the same mistakes. But
I'm
we're
saying that right now in the
you're
50s,
careful.
not careful. You know.
Okay.
You can't tell me if you in this relation, if you've been in relationships at 50. I'm speaking to 50-year-olds right now.
Okay.
You shouldn't be making no 40-year-old decisions. None of it. Everything should be a purpose. You shouldn't be dating without a purpose. You shouldn't be speaking to a young lady without a purpose. Even the guys that's dating younger ladies, you got to be dating them with a purpose.
That's
It
right.
ain't no dating just
I can
because you
agree
want
with
some
that.
sex. Because your dingle ain't going to stop in about 10 more years. You understand what I'm saying? So then what's going to happen? You ain't going to be able to do anything.
Hey,
I'm telling
listen,
if
us
you
women
erase
may stop
sex
before
right
that
now
because
from a
we're gonna be
relationship,
dry as hell.
you're going to have problems.
There
For sure,
she
for
go,
sure.
putting fear. That is true. That is true. That
You
is
know, 10 years ago, I would say, yeah, oh my God, the sex had to be what it is. Now, honestly, that's not a deal breaker for me.
true. Okay.
It's okay if we can compromise and work together because I have my own issues, menopause. So
Or
I
maybe not
can
menopause,
work with
though.
you.
Let's shift this a little
I can
bit.
work with you, but it's not a deal breaker
Do you
at
not
my
have the
age.
urge because of menopause, like
Yes, some
no.
of y'all urges leave. That's right.
Yeah,
Sometimes y'all urges leave.
no, I do not.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
It takes a lot,
what men-
Tara.
a lot of men are
takes
mad
a- yeah.
at with
that's what I
women.
got to look for.
Yeah, it takes a
I
lot.
just started, y'all. You just made my hot flash clear up.
I know. I think it's more and you start to get in tune with the person because I've met people and it's like I was attracted to him, but she wasn't attracted. So it was like, what Yo,
But
sis.
they got so.
But it wasn't.
And can I ask you this question? Like, and we can edit it out if you like.
I don't care.
You mentioned to me that you was taking something, to help with your menopause. What is that?
I'll get back to you.
Is it HRT?
No, I'll find it.
What is it? You told me something
It
too.
begins with an L. I'll find it.
Hey, how are you?
So what was the question? I'm sorry. What was the question?
Yes.
it was a bunch- we went from 1,000 questions, to be honest with you. I forgot. I know.
What was
what was the last
question
thing
that
we were
shifts to
just talking?
menopause.
Oh, we were
I don't know,
speaking
but
about sex.
we were talking about sex. I don't know. I love sex. I'm see, I'm dreading that time, and I hear everybody say it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm exempt from it. You know what I mean? That to where it gets to the point where, oh my God, I don't want it. Like
Like I was ready to say earlier, to be honest with you, it's a lot of men, man, that get pissed off that we got to make the first move all the time.
shit, since when?
Like, now I'm telling you, it's
yeah.
women do
And-
not
Oh, now
want
you
to
talking
make-
about a different
So you
generation.
talking about a
then.
di-
Yeah,
Yeah, what?
different generation.
Yeah, you're really
No.
talking
You
about
talking
Yeah.
about a
you're really talking about a
different generation.
It don't, man. The
No,
woman
you're
won't.
talking about a
The
different
woman
generation.
won't attack unless you alcoholic binge out. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, right.
But we're talking about the majority of the times when I'm engaging with the opposite sex. I'm doing it.
Right.
Even if she like me, I still gotta do it.
100%. 100%.
That's the era that we
What?
live in.
No, I think it's a different generation.
What?
I really do.
Yeah.
I think it's a different generation.
No, we
Ooh.
went. That he went that mic on you because he like you hitting on some good points. Because we had a conversation before we came in here, so he like, yeah, please speak up for us because I thought he was about to get me out there when I was out there by myself. He was like, yeah, I'm waiting for this battle of the sexes. I got a bone to pick with you. He was talking about when I said when we were talking about the gas station, and I was like, don't ask me for my
I
number.
was ready to bring that up
Tyra.
because you just spoke about that.
I just
That's it. I ain't got my glasses on. That's the medicine.
okay.
It actually works. I gotta go to the bathroom. Can I go to the bathroom? All right.
Yeah, I ain't saying every time. We ain't saying every time.
I can't. I've been trying to hold it.
When I was probably in the best shape, and I got a lot of shit going for myself, so it's not that.
Right.
We're talking about looks. So yes, in my life, women have approached and let me know that they're interested. But we're talking about the majority of interactions in my life, and like I said to brother, I'm 44. I've done it way more than have them come
Yeah.
up to me. And it's
Right.
sometimes, I would, because
I guess I can agree.
at the end of the day, we do a lot. We always doing a lot as men, is how we feel. So yeah, it would be refreshing for you to let me know, especially if it's somebody that I'm fancying, to let me know, like, yeah, I think you're decent. Like, what's your situation?
Right.
And
Let me ask you a question.
I'm a no game.
Glad I got another
He
man
gotta
up
come
here.
up here. Come up here.
I'm
Come on
a
up here.
no game.
CEO Ro in the house. He about to get up
I
here
got my rag. I
and
don't know where I put it at.
shut me the hell up.
I don't know where my rag is at, but I had
I'm
a
about to
rag.
be
Hold on.
outnumbered.
I got you. Hold on one moment. I got my rag. My towel.
I'm telling you,
But
man,
no,
relationships in that level that you're speaking about is null and void. Like I'm telling you, especially if you date older women will not
The
come on
cougars?
to me, huh?
Are
That's
you talking about the
crazy.
cougars?
Well, I don't know. I'm
Well,
53. My last 2 relationships, they were 11 years older than me.
Okay.
So
Get into that too.
you know what I'm saying? They wasn't touching. They wasn't what you call them. They wasn't, everything was that was it. Like one of them, it was if I don't try to get none between the news at 11 o'clock to 11:30,
I believe you.
you ain't getting none. You know what I'm saying? Like they sleep, they
They
snoring.
set in
and-
their ways. Listen, I'd be like, let me do this, let me do that, or whatever. Like, I don't know. But
Where
I
are those
also
queens at? That's what I said.
right
in the audience.
here.
Where are those queens? Listen. I mean, I can't say
I
that
also
now.
feel like it's
I
about
retract that.
chemistry
I have
too,
to
because I feel
Right.
like if it's chemistry, then that's not a problem. You know what I mean? I feel like if you have that sexual chemistry,
Yes.
that it's not about, okay, I have to make the first move or
Yes.
she's making the first move.
True.
I feel like it's just magnetic
Yeah,
and
we
it's
don't
going to
look for it.
happen. You know what I mean?
We don't look for a queen. We don't look for it. Like meaning as men, we're not looking like to make that a big thing of who's going to make the first move. I don't think we're not
Right.
worried about that. I was just saying on the analytics side of things
Right.
of how often I've approached compared to how often somebody's
I
approached
can
me.
agree with that.
You feel me? Women. All right. So my problem that I ran into a lot in life was you look like the type that has a lot of women. That's
And we don't want nobody.
I got my
That's a
shit
headache.
together. I mean, hear what I'm saying. I got my shit together. That's what women want. Women want a man who has his things together, who can lead,
Right.
who can make sound decisions, who knows that he has her back.
I just
right?
said all this shit that he's saying.
No, I know. I'm
about
mature.
15
I had to
minutes
grow
ago.
into this.
Like 15, 20 minutes ago.
I had to grow into this.
Right.
Because I was an athlete. I thought I was everything. I still do feel like I'm a catch. I'm the
Of course,
catch.
if you don't feel like that, who else will?
Exactly.
No
So
bullshit.
Yeah, you got
so
to.
at the end of the day, like the experiences come as this with me personally, I'm a no nonsense type of individual. I mean, I can have fun, I like to laugh, but just the same way you would feel is probably the same way I feel. I mean, if you're gonna come correct.
That's right.
Because if not, I'm gonna let you know about yourself because we've grown
That sound
now.
like
The same way you let me know about myself. And not saying you in general, but
Right.
women who have their things together are so quick to do that.
That's
I don't need a mother. I take care of my mom. I check her. I let her
we
know
just
it's
was
time.
saying
I'm not a
that.
kid anymore. So if my mom does something that I feel like isn't politically correct, and she's going to hear in my mouth on how I feel about it.
For sure.
So as I stated again, I'm a leader. I lead, and I know what comes with that. I know. I love strong women. I'm another one that I can't deal with a weak woman.
Because
weak
you're
woman, that's
confident.
right.
Oh yes,
If
like
you,
yes,
a man that loves a strong woman
yes.
have to be confident in their
Yeah.
masculinity
For
because
sure.
otherwise they won't have.
Oh, I know who I
They don't
am.
For
understand.
sure.
She's
They-
gonna respect me. I mean, this is the thing. The way that
Yeah.
I've lived my life and the things that I've been through, and what we share intimately on the Pillow Talk, she's gonna respect me. I don't
That's
have
right.
to force it. She's gonna know that's a man.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
It
right.
ain't. I'm not even trying to sell that to her because she's with me now. She understands it, and basically, it's not more or less at this point. What I'm going to say is what she sees me do. So it's basically how she sees me maneuver. The same thing that I would admire and respect in another man
Right.
as being a man. I see how he moves, how he handles things, how he conducts things, how if he's getting it done or if he's a procrastinator. There's things
Right.
that I admire in another brother as well.
So with all of that being said, so now since I have both two guys right here on the stage,
Yes.
I want to ask this because you're in a relationship. We've all,
Yes.
are in relationships, have been in relationships, long-term relationships.
Yes.
From a man's perspective, what do you think makes a relationship last?
Compromise and patience, because she worked my nerves. I love her to death. she like what's what I mean?
That.
Yeah, I just turned it down. But patience is would be my number one thing, would be patience.
Okay.
Because just as quick as people are ready to end it, should be just as fast as you are to save it.
To an extent.
No, hold on, but we all know we're grown. This is at the mature level, so we know when things don't go. Meaning, if you're
Okay.
crossing lines or you're not living up to the potential that I seen you as a person when we got
Okay.
together, we know those things.
Okay.
So that's how we know when to move on.
Okay.
But how to save it, meaning, like I said, I love her to death, but she's a woman. She's gonna get on my nerves.
What about you? What do you think?
No, I'm agreeing with the audience with communication. I think communication is one of the biggest reasons why relationships are bad, even when cheating exists. Because cheating exists, just like you might hear some of the people say that, oh yeah, a woman got the sixth sense, but how she ain't know that her man was unhappy? Because of communication. They didn't communicate.
We know.
I don't like the fact that
We
if we
overlook it.
ask for something that may be strange or out the ordinary to you, you may say, oh yeah, I don't want to do that. But yet, go make that, well, grandmoms used to say, let that other girl suck your dick. You understand what I'm saying? But in reality, what I'm saying to you is if we walking down the street and I got to be on the side that's going to get hit by the car,
Right.
but you understand what I'm saying? How is that? I'm protecting you from life, but you won't protect me from destroying our relationship.
So
Okay, but wait, let's get back to that happiness. You do understand that you're responsible for your own happiness, right?
correct.
That's true.
Okay.
Now
Okay.
that's what I was coming. What you that characteristics of communication is definitely
Okay.
one of the top.
Okay.
If not the top, depending on who you are as a
Do
person.
you guys believe there's a thing as over communicating? Because I
Yes.
hear a lot of
I'm
men
gonna say- go ahead,
saying,
I'm sorry.
"Oh, you're combative. You're argumentative. You're like," when in all actuality, you're communicating. You're
Yes.
trying to get your point across, and you're going to keep trying, and you're going to keep talking about that if you feel like you're not being heard. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm sorry.
So when do you like at what point do she or he say, you know what, I had enough, I'm not being heard, I'm gonna shut up and I'm gonna stop communicating? Because every time I say something, every time I'm talking about something, every time I'm mentioning something, every time it's something that you don't like,
Right.
I'm argumentative.
Right.
I'm combative.
Right.
Like, is there when do we get to the point where it's just over communicating?
So this is the thing. It can be over communicating if you find yourself repeating the same thing over and over again to your spouse.
Okay.
I don't have a child, I have a woman. You feel what I'm saying? The same way she would feel that she's communicating something over and over again to me. That's why I say patience, because I know how I am. I have to have patience so that I can take a step back and now communicate it to you in a way that you're understanding and respecting it without me crossing the line and you feeling like a victim.
As well as, to be honest with you, first of all, you got to know what communication is.
That is right.
Communication isn't just me talking.
That's right.
Communication is making sure that who you talking to is receiving
And
what
having
you're
hard
saying.
conversations
So-
and being able to receive hard conversations.
For sure.
You know, like, you don't shut down because we're having this conversation that's tough to talk about, that's
For
a little
sure.
bit uncomfortable. And the only reason why I'm having this conversation is because I want to put it out on the table.
Mhm.
I want to get through it. I want to move past it, work on it, whatever that looks like. You know, so like when it's time to talk, hey, I need to talk to you about something, right? It's never good. It's never like, oh, I love you so much and I want us to last forever. That's not what the talk is about. The talk is about, hey, this is what I'm feeling. I'm unhappy. This is what I need. This is what I need for you to do. This is what I need from you. This is what I feel like you're missing or lacking. So we have to have these hard conversations, and we
Right.
may have those, but then you might not hear me. So then now here I am again having another hard conversation about the
second
same
one is
shit.
a wrap.
So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
About the same
problem
shit.
is also is we have to take it back to elementary.
Right.
There's a difference between listening and hearing.
Like my
When
grandson
you
said,
are
that's why you have
having
2 ears
a
and 1 mouth.
conversation.
That's right.
Well,
There's a difference
I'm a
between
man that I sometimes, yeah, you're right. Because sometimes
listening,
I'm
and
listening,
it's for
sometimes
both
I'm here, I hear
parties.
you.
Yeah.
You gotta pick the battle.
That
You
is
don't, as I'm
Men are
I'm
so
speaking-
good at that,
I'm
though.
speaking from the man perspective
Yeah.
of how I maneuver
Yeah.
on in my life, right? When I'm answering this. So that's why I say patience is the thing, because she deserves it. She doesn't, that's who she is. But again, how I am as a man, like I said, when you talk to me, what's the premise? Like, what's the premise? Is it something that needs to be solved? Because that's how I'm going to attack it.
Or
when
if I'm
listening.
able to
because men
solve
are
it.
problem
I ain't able to
Because
solve it.
that's
I'm
my
just
job.
going to listen.
So
But
if
no,
you're not
but
able
that
to
is
solve
the
it, are you
time.
going to say, hey, babe,
That's the
I
time.
understand, I hear you, but there's nothing I can do. Like,
Right.
do you
Women will bring
communicate
up
that?
things to talk about when we are not
A
in the
man
mood to
not.
talk about them.
Right,
That's the
Okay.
thing that y'all don't get. It's
Right.
cool though, don't get
Right.
me wrong, because that's not an attack.
right.
That's not an
I
attack.
understand. I get it.
But as us being opposites, what moves you doesn't move me necessarily in a lot of instances, depending on the
100%.
situation, right?
Right.
So my woman will remind me, oh, don't forget the dentist appointment when she said it 3 times already. And I'm like, babe, what else, whatever answer you want me to give you other than I've already
Yeah.
scheduled the appointment.
Right.
So it's the timing, but it's her impulse. So I got to learn to deal with that. Is it something that I can live with? Is it something that I can deal with? Just an example, but this
Yeah.
really does happen.
That is true.
Is when she wants, is when her need at the time, and I have to learn how to handle that the same way I learn how to handle my children. You get what I'm
She's
saying?
a
Because it's the
manager,
wants
so
and the
she's
needs.
trying to.
She's not doing
women-
anything wrong.
We're trying, because we're trying
Yeah.
to manage it. We feel like that's our job to make sure that.
But
you guys know
sometimes
That's why I
what
don't
we-
get upset. I mean,
Yeah.
again, I know where she's coming from, but just not to. You want the respect.
Yeah.
So for you not to feel disrespected, or for you to think that I'm being aggressive, I have to take a step back and be patient on how I'm going to respond, especially
Right.
if it's not what I wish to engage in at the time.
Yeah.
I don't want to give you something where I don't want to shut you down. That's not how you're feeling. You're a woman. That's not how you're feeling. That's why you brought whatever it was up. So that's what I'm saying. I just have to be mindful and patient on how I respond, because again, it's easy for a woman to get offended by a man who asserts himself. Who's, you know what I mean? I'm not beating around the bush. I'm giving it to you straight up. And although she may know you're not being disrespectful, whatever the case may be, that's not how she's made up.
But
She's
you got
used to-
you got different types of men too. You
Mhm.
got first quarter men and you got fourth quarter men.
Explain.
You got men, meaning that you got men that is only good when something happened
Mhm.
versus men that are prepared for when something happens.
What?
You understand
Yes.
what I'm saying? So
It's a difference.
I'm more of a person. I'm battling. I'm more working towards the future. Today's
Right.
dollar ain't for today.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Today's dollar is for tomorrow
Right.
because I know you're gonna need it tomorrow.
Right.
So I don't wait for you to say, "Oh yeah, my plumbing just went." I already looked under there to make sure that your plumbing was straight.
Yeah, that's how
you
we
understand
do.
what I'm saying? So it's a
That's
different
how we do.
type of.
That's
You know what I mean?
See how she said that? But he said that, but did you see how the response from a woman was? Where are they at? They're
Yeah.
the ones that are cuffed up.
Yeah.
The woman
They
knows
might-
why would I
that's
let
right.
him go? Because I know
True.
a lot of these jokers ain't going to do
Right.
what he's doing,
True.
and I appreciate that.
True.
But you know
True.
what's
Who is
sad
daddy?
about that? You know what's sad about that is what you just
But
said.
she shine, right?
Women won't let that person go, but they'll find something to pick apart that same man that does everything
Well,
for
that's just
you.
a woman.
Yeah,
and
that's
once you
just
grow
a
in
woman,
maturity,
though, yeah.
and don't
I
take
think
that.
we
listen,
realized
don't
when
take
we
that
had
personal.
something.
No, see, us as men, and when you've been through real things and you've accomplished things, blah blah blah. When you're successful, you have to know that stuff. That's when we're just hearing you.
Right.
I'm not going to even respond to
Yeah,
it. I want
yeah.
you're going to get it off your chest, and we're
Yeah.
going to move on
Yeah.
until I feel like you're trying to drag it, and then I'll assert myself.
Okay.
But until then, you're going to say, because you have that right. This is your home too. This is your castle too. You
Right.
have a right to feel the way you want to feel. But
So
once it
do we
becomes-
have to feel how we feel on your terms? And
No,
on your
no,
terms?
Hell no. Hell
No,
no.
no.
That's
See,
a
that's what
puppet.
I'm saying, Queen. It's not on my terms
Okay.
because I already know how to handle it. I
Right.
already know that you feel some way about it. Not
Okay.
bad or good, but you feel some type of
So
way, whether it be bad or
the
good.
feelings are valid.
Yeah, so my thing is to nurture. I'm protecting you.
Yeah.
The same way you protect me. Yeah, it's deep. I had to mature into
Yeah.
this. This wasn't something that I knew when I was in my 20s and
That's
my
right.
early
Yeah,
30s.
I know how to be the coach and the
Yeah,
quarterback. I don't need to be.
promise.
Yeah, I can
Right.
call the audible on the play from the gate.
So now this
Whenever.
is the thing. This is the thing where I get with my woman, and I hope she watches this, right? So it's like what he's saying. I'm here to tell or teach you or show you how we're going to do this until we die.
Right.
So this way, you're not looking at me. It's easier when we both on the same page.
Y'all, I don't mean to cut them off, but this is what I mean by you know a leader when you see
For
one.
sure.
Y'all got time.
That's all I'm saying.
For sure.
That's all because I get beat up because I say that's you just know
Yeah.
either you're a leader or you're not.
She and
That's
that's
plain
what I'm
and
saying.
simple.
She knows that's.
I get what you're saying.
I've been
Yeah,
recognized who I was as a man. I've been who I was. I've graduated, I have a degree, and I've been in the penitentiary as well.
Yeah, that's right.
yeah.
I have those, I've done things. I've had experiences. You know what I mean? I know life.
Yeah.
That's how I can protect this because of the things that I've been through. I really was doing some things. You feel what I'm saying? Good and bad. You feel me?
Right.
So that way, I can instill those things into my woman. So now she's just as strong as me. So my woman's from Jersey. She's a little bit naive she's not as anymore. But when she came, she's a little bit naive as to how that Philadelphia culture is.
100%. Yo,
She's
I
not
totally
naive to the point
agree.
how to protect herself
Right.
and handle herself. But I tell her, and when you're going into the workforce, when you don't say, I don't work for anybody, I work for myself.
Right.
But she's in the workforce, she's a
Right.
teacher. So I tell her the mentality of the people that you're dealing with will not probably be the same mentality of the people you deal with in New Jersey.
For
So
sure.
when you were a teacher and you're teaching in New Jersey, and you can't, not saying people in New Jersey can't be on,
Yeah, for sure.
but still the air is, we're here to work, take care of, because we got mortgages and everything
Yeah.
else going on over here. So we got to come here to work,
Yeah.
not come here to be ignorant and worry about what everybody else does.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I just had to remind her, she knows because she's been around, but yet that's a lot of the mentality because everybody doesn't make what you make.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a mentality that comes with that.
That's true.
And aside from just the workplace, is everywhere else, the streets and everything else. So that's how I advise when I'm speaking with her to let her know. So when she says something, I'm like, what did you think about that?
Yeah.
Because we've already discussed that. I'm your consigliere.
God.
I'm the person when you're not sure, you come to me and we're
Yeah.
gonna make it for sure. When you walk away, you're gonna know what to do.
Because Philly can go anywhere
Yeah.
and be anything.
I've been,
But
yes.
everywhere can't come to Philly
That's a
and be
fact.
Philly.
That's a fact.
100%
We are
the truth,
authentic.
man.
My kids are
For
living
sure,
proof.
man. For sure.
Philly, because when you travel, and if you are a travel
Yep.
individual, there's nobody that looks, smells
Yep.
like us.
Right?
No.
If you really got your swag from here, and them women, they're gonna let you know.
For
There's
sure.
no other men. Not saying
Yep.
men don't got their thing, but they don't.
Yeah,
look and feel
they
like
ain't
us.
got it. That's true, man. That's true.
I've been around. I'm attracted. I know.
That's
like
true.
yeah, it's
Oh,
a
no,
thing.
that's true.
There's nobody that smells and looks. We're a very trendy city.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? We just got to remember that.
Yeah.
Because
And we bring our own style. We don't
That's
come
what
to
I'm saying. All
mimic
of that
your
is-
style. We don't
there's
mimic
nowhere else
nothing.
you're gonna go and
Yeah.
see people looking and dressing like Philly.
Yeah,
It's nowhere else.
that's true.
Baltimore looks like us, but when they start talking, they don't.
You
That's
know.
how you know the difference, right?
Their education level is menial.
you are funny.
You know
Or
what I
when
mean?
the music
Menial.
starts to
Not
play.
all of them.
Right.
But
Music.
No, I know what you mean. You're right.
I just was running a project over there. I'm a project manager,
Okay.
so I just was running one of their worst projects over there. And I tell you, I've never seen that many groups
Right.
getting high. Like
Yeah.
I never seen it.
I understand. I get it. That's another conversation. I don't want to go on.
Okay, y'all. I gotta
Yeah.
I wanted to just do something
Yeah.
a little fun before we wrap up.
Well, did you want to come back? I'm sorry. You cool? You sure?
Go ahead. No. I want to hear it. We got time. Go ahead. What you saying? Go ahead. Turn it on. You want to? Oh,
No, did she want to come back up here?
Okay.
Y'all lonely? I'm hungry.
I was just telling them.
I've been was going to do that because even with the other
It's
women that
about
I
to
know
be-
that are successful business women that are very intelligent,
It's
when it
about
comes to that emotional side, all that goes out the window. And they have to remember to have emotional intelligence
Yep.
because they can be victims as well, especially for a man who's out there on the hunt. His intentions aren't aligned with what your needs are.
1,000%.
You see what I'm saying? So,
1,000%.
yeah, I kicks it. I'm also a psychology major, so when I
Me
talk,
too.
I'm talking to you in the sense of for you to understand.
Mhm.
And first and foremost, the circumstance, understanding that, and then
Right.
what you should do is a resolve to the circumstance.
For
Right.
sure.
And that's what we're going to do because I don't have time for you to sit around and whimper about shit that I know you know.
Right.
You're intelligent. I'm not going to play you that's like you don't know. So when I address it, I expect you to get it. I maybe say it twice because I like to repeat myself. After that, we moving forward because we're not going to dwell on anything that isn't beneficial for this house
Right.
or you, which
I
is
need to
you.
grow up. I'm gonna take it easy though because we got.
No, it's fine.
What's up?
All right. No,
Oh, shit.
wait. This is about to be. I want you guys to finish the sentence, and I just want to ask a question. What's? No, I'm not going to do that.
Do it. Do it. Make sure y'all tune in to talk about it with Tyra every
Yes.
Friday. You dig what I'm saying? We have a dope, awesome guest coming every Friday. As she's getting this question ready, I want to go ahead and plug the situation. What is this? Your fourth episode?
Oh, this fifth.
Fifth episode.
Yes.
Definitely salute you, Queen. You're doing an awesome
Thank
job.
you.
Keep going.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, no
I
doubt,
really
no doubt.
appreciate it.
Keep
I'm
going.
having a blast.
Yes.
Learning and growing. And
This is your
so
platform.
many ideas, so many like creative ideas that I want to do, and we're just beginning.
And that's it. That's all it is. It's your identity on a situation. You're giving the world you. Your
Well,
perspective.
with this, before we wrap up, I got one thing, and I want to ask. Women would be shocked to know that men fill in the blank.
You want to go first, brother?
Women will be shocked
To know that men blank.
I actually stuck on that one. That's a good one.
So y'all just gonna keep it. Y'all gonna keep it a secret.
No, I asked him to go first. I didn't want to interrupt the brother.
No, I actually don't know how to answer that because I'm not even sure what direction it's going.
So what is it that in any direction? Like what is it about men that you guys know that's just like that we don't know, and we would be shocked to know? You know, like what is it? Like what would we?
that I have feelings as well, and me
Yo,
having
I was
feelings.
ready to say
No, I'm about to hit you. I live this stuff,
Oh,
bro.
we got
I
you,
love
we
it
got
because I live it. I live it. I think you don't. I'm sure you do too. That's why we can relate, right? So my thing is real quick is that we have feelings, meaning just because I'm hard doesn't mean that I shouldn't be allowed to express myself and be understood without being judged.
right.
You get what I'm saying? So when I come in,
That's
because
deep.
you look at me in a
That's
certain light, you look. I'm strong. I'm the one that bears the burden of a lot of things. I carry us for everyone when they're in their weak moment. But what about me? What about the appreciation for what I bring to the table?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? When I'm being strong and when I'm being soft, when I'm being kind. You know what I'm saying? When I'm being nurturing, when I'm being empathetic. What about my feelings?
That's right.
And I shouldn't have to say anything for you to recognize that because, a lot of times, like I said, we get into the habit of, he's a man. He's going to be all right. He can deal
Right.
with it. But what about if I can't? I got 3 plates here.
Yeah.
I got a lot of things that I don't tell you about that I'm
Yeah,
at this thing on
for
top
sure.
of. I tell my friends and guys that call
So
me
do
for
you guys
advice.
just not communicate that to save us to save
Well, I
us?
communicated.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I
Okay.
communicated, but I was just answering the question.
Okay.
I tell that to my mom to this day because my mom, I'm her child.
Right.
Mom, I'm not a child no more.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So if I'm correcting you, if I'm giving you game the same way you would give me, I'm dead ass.
Yeah.
And I want you to hear it and respect it.
That's
Because
right.
why? You know your son ain't effed up out here.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm not telling you nothing like I don't know nothing.
Right.
That's right.
So it's not just my woman, it's a woman thing. Like we just, it's our job to understand and learn them.
Right.
Is it the one for you? Can you put up with understanding and learning them?
That's right.
Can you grow her? Not the same way she gonna look at you. It's the same thing.
And most men,
You dig what I'm
most
saying?
men,
So at the end of the day, like, you know, what can I breathe into you? And if can I breathe into you so we can go to the top?
yeah, for sure.
And
What you
how
saying?
difficult is that going to be? Because we all have a vision of what that looks like.
That's
For
right.
sure. I feel like that's 100%. I was going that route
Mhm.
because most men receive their teaching through experience
Okay.
versus
Yes, sir.
someone telling us what to
Mhm.
do. We was the first hard heads out
You
here.
hard heads, yep.
So
Mhm.
once we got to that's why he
Mhm.
said he went through life. He
Yeah.
understood life. Now I can say I'm a man now. I told you that
That's right.
for season 4 when we were
That's
saying
right.
about I'm 50 years old and
Mhm.
I'm 53 years old, but I just found out
Mhm.
Yeah.
how to be a man.
Yeah.
Not because I wasn't a man growing up, but
Mhm.
because it was a lot of mistakes
Mhm.
of me growing that I
Mhm.
had to realize, oh shit, you
Mhm.
know what? That ain't cool no
Mhm.
more. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
In order for me to
Mhm.
get here, I gotta stop doing this right here. You
Mhm.
understand what I'm saying? And it ain't always gotta be the negative. It could be some
Yup.
positives that you
Yup.
gotta
Right.
let go
Yup.
to make you get to the
That's
next
right.
level
Yeah.
as well. So
Because you were
I
too
get it.
kind, or you were too
Truth.
forgiving, or
That's
you
right.
let people walk all over
Truth.
you. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that your heart is good, but understanding that everybody else's heart isn't.
That's right.
100%.
It's growth.
We were
That's why I
talking
said I had
about
to
that
grow.
loyalty.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yep, I agree with that.
Yeah, I had to grow into
Yeah,
this.
this was fun.
We wanna
y'all.
be
like, this
appreciated
was a
more than
lot.
anything
we
now.
covered
Like,
a
we
lot.
tired.
Like
Well,
I'm just so
But not
like,
to interrupt her, I want to just
go
piggyback
ahead.
off what he said
yes,
because
please do.
in this day and age, I would never allow a woman to tell me I'm sassy.
Yeah, real shit.
Wait, but
And that's-
listen,
that's-
maybe that's you, but
So,
coming from
what?
a woman, they're sassy out there.
Okay.
We is bad out
So
there.
what I'm saying is this: if I know me, and I know what sassy is, I know
Me
what
too.
sassy is.
Me too.
I know what I'm giving you isn't sassy.
Isn't
At the end of the
sassy,
day, I'm letting you know what it is, whether you like it or not. The same way you would want me to allow you to do the same thing to me.
Yeah.
That doesn't make me sassy. I got you, bro. At the end of the day, I need you to respect me the same way you would want me to respect you. And if you don't respect it, then we know as adults what we got to do, separate ourselves.
Yeah, for
You don't have
sure.
to be around me like I ain't got to be around you. You
Right,
feel me?
right.
This is maturity. But at the end of the day, I'm just asking for the same respect that you want. When you want the floor and you got something you want to get off your chest, and women a lot of times do,
All
have the
time.
same respect for me when it's
For
time for me
sure.
to speak my piece.
That's
For
right.
sure.
You feel what I'm saying? That's it. And I, like I said, and I'm very well spoken. So when I'm speaking to her, I have women sometimes that take it a little, you know, again, I have a woman, I'm talking about like I might be trying to get a point through to another woman. And they might take it aggressive, and I'm like, I'm not aggressive. I'm just assertive.
passionate.
I'm letting you. and I'm
Assertive
very-
and passionate.
I am passionate. I'm very compassionate. And that's what it is. It isn't to offend you. Isn't to belittle you. It's to let you know where I stand. So that way it can't be no misunderstandings and misconfusions in our relationship.
Well, y'all, there y'all have it. Episode, did I say 5?
5.
Episode 5 of Talk About It with Tyra. Thank you so much for supporting, joining in week after week. You can catch a new episode every Friday at 7 p.m.
7 p.m.
7 p.m.
No doubt.
Thanks. Peace.
Tune in. Peace.